Welcome to Power Bow. We will begin with basic movements focusing on blocks, multiple strikes, spins, footwork, and timing. Then I will combine these techniques into a form that will help you succeed in competition. Here are some training tips. Be sure you watch the video throughout before you start your training. Make sure you're comfortable with the movements. Make sure you have a weapon that is safe and in good condition. Make sure you have plenty of room, and if you don't hit anybody that's walking by or your training partners. The most important thing, have fun. Train hard, be safe. Here is the full form at full speed. Let's start with some basic movements. First is the overhead strike. Stepping forward with your right leg in a forward front stance, striking with the right hand. Make sure your palm is facing down. The left hand slides down past your belt. Notice the palm is facing down. Again, step forward with the right leg, step into a front stance, making sure your right hand is turned over, striking to the top of the head. The right palm is facing up, the left hand is facing down, a little wider than shoulder width. That is your ready position. Bring your right hand to your ear. Stepping back with the right leg, your hands are up in the guarding position. Pick up your right knee, step forward in a front stance, turn your right hand over. It's very important to turn the right hand over for more power so you don't release the bow when you strike your target. Slide the left hand down and pull the bow towards your stomach. This will give you better stability. Again, overhead strike. Just like you're doing a punch, turn the hand over and slide the back hand down. It's very important. You are in a front stance or a forward stance. Front leg is bent, back leg is completely straight. When you're doing the strike, try to keep your chin down. The next strike is the thrust. Again, turn your right hand over so your palm is facing down. Draw the bow back, thrusting forward with your right hand facing down. Lock the bow underneath your armpit. Be sure to be careful when you poke backwards that you don't strike anybody. Thrust forward, and again, it's in front stance. Turn the right hand over, elbow down. Make sure your front knee is pointing forward in a proper forward or front stance. Starting again from side view, thrust back, poke forward, in a proper front stance. And again, this is called the forward thrusting move. Drop. Back and thrust forward, keeping your chin down. And try a different angle. Draw the bow back and thrust forward. Bring the bow above your head, rib smash, chin strike, and overhead strike. That's called the 3-point. Again, Rib smash with your right hand, chin strike, overhead strike, ending in a front stance. Rib smash, chin strike, overhead. Again, rib smash, striking to the chin, overhead strike to the head. Bring your bow above your head, rib smash, striking to the rib, chin strike. Make sure you don't let go of your bow, overhead strike. Line up your shoulders with your hands, with your knee, with the tip of the bow. This gives you a much better reach. When you're doing a rib smash, make sure you slide your left hand in so it's a little wider than shoulder width. Again, do not release the bow. Make sure you keep a firm grip. Chin strike. Grip it nice and tight, and overhead strike, using your body weight, your shoulders, and your hips into the strike. The next combination that we're going to be forming is a 4-point with a thrust. So the overhead strike, striking the left, right, draw the bow back, and thrust ending in the front stance. It's just like you're punching with your left hand, and right hand. Again, left, right, rib smash, draw it back, and thrust. Overhead strike, rib smash, chin strike, overhead strike. The next move is a reverse uppercut, starting in front stance. Reverse uppercut with the right hand, stepping back in a cross stance. Again, you can start in a forward stance, reverse uppercut, 2 rotations, and uppercut with the right hand. When you finish your uppercut, slide your left hand down to staple the bow. Keep the spin very tight to your body and step back in a cross stance. Here's another view. Reverse uppercut, step backwards, and strike to the chin. Be sure to keep the bow really tight to your body and slide the hands apart and together. When you finish the move, your hands should be apart. During the spins, your hands should be closer together. Turn your shoulders and your hips to enable the bow to move around your body tightly. Here's another angle. The next combination is a 4-point with a sweep, ending with an overhead strike in a neutral stance. Start with a thrust. Hit with the chin with the left hand. Overhead strike, punch left, punch right. Sweep with the right hand. Bring the leg up, and overhead strike in a neutral stance. Again, right hands point down, left hand is drawn back. Start with the overhead strike, chin strike, overhead, rib smash, sweep, and overhead strike. And let's break it down. Start with the chin strike, overhead strike, left punch, right punch, step over with your right leg, bring the bow above your head, sweep to the leg, pull the leg up, and overhead strike while you step forward with your right leg. Again, you're in a neutral stance where your right toe is facing towards your target. Turn your hips and bend both your knees on the sweep. Be sure to put your body weight behind the sweep. When you're doing the strikes, don't overshoot your target. Pinpoint every move. Be sure that you have a firm grip on the bow. Stop the bow with your body. Here's another angle. Again, keep your front stance very firm. Step over and overhead strike. Chin strike, overhead, rib smash, sweep, step down, and overhead strike. The next combination we have, starting with an overhead strike, we do 6-point with a thrust. Starting with an overhead strike, you do a 4-point strike, rib smash, reverse rib smash, draw the bow back, and thrust in a front stance. Come back to ready position. Overhead strike, 4-point, rib smash, reverse rib smash, draw the weapon back, and thrust. Be in full control of the weapon at all times. Here's another angle. Overhead strike in a deep forward front stance. Punch to the left hand. Punch to the right. Left. Right hand. Stay in a front stance the whole time. Wrist smash with the right hand. Reverse wrist smash. Draw the weapon back. And thrust forward in a front stance. And again, use your body weight when you're thrusting. Back to ready position. The last combination, we start in a forward stance with thrust, striking to the leg. Strike the leg again, horse stance, rib smash. Strike the leg again, draw the bow up, drop stance, and thrust. Starting with the front stance, strike to the knee, thrust, stepping forward, strike the knee again, rib smash in a horse stance, reverse rib smash, leg strike, draw the bow up, and thrust down in a drop stance. Here's the full form at full speed. Here's the full form in slow motion. Here is section 1 of the form at full speed. Here is section number 1 at half speed. Then we'll break down each movement in detail. Now for the breakdown. Grip the bow, a little wider than shoulder width. Put the bow behind the arm. Notice the right hand's pointing up. The bow's behind you. Left hand is on top, right hand is on the bottom. Stand at attention. Lean forward for the bow. After you bow, you're going to unwind the bow. Be sure that your bow does not wobble. Unwind so the bow ends up in front of your body. Come back to attention. Stepping out in the front stance. Return to the double hand grip. Make sure it's a little wider than shoulder width. Clear with the left hand. Bring the right hand up with the bow. Turn your head. Slide the hand down. Shoulder width. Stepping out. Staying in the front stance. Take your time on these movements. Make your bow very formal. Slow it down. Stepping back. Block, overhead strike. Take your time. Step back. Block, overhead strike. And again, you're going a 45-degree angle. If your bow started at 12 o'clock, now you're aiming at 1:30. Just like when we did the basics at first, make sure you're good front stance. Turn your hand over on the strike. Here's an overview. Overhead strike. And again, we're stepping towards 1:30. When you start facing 12 o'clock. Now you're at 1:30 in a front stance. Twist block. Rib smash. Uppercut. Shift in the double hand block. Rib smash. Reverse uppercut. Again, the block is a little wider than shoulder width. Reverse uppercut. Stepping back in the cross stance. Shift to front stance. Reverse front stance. And cross stance. Once again, front stance, and cross stance. Stepping back with the right leg. Stepping forward with the right leg, doing a 3-point strike. Again, you're still facing 1:30. Step forward, rib smash, chin smash, and overhead strike in a front stance. Remember your basics. Stop the bow when you strike your target. Stepping forward in a front stance. Here's your 4-point with a sweep, ending with the overhead strike in a neutral stance. 4-point, sweep, overhead strike in a neutral stance. Once again. Here's your 4-point for the overhead view. Step over before you do the sweep and step down on the overhead strike. Forward thrust in the front stance. After you finish the sweep, give it a beat, then thrust forward and hold in the front stance. And again, you're facing the 130 at this point. Here's section number 1 in slow motion. Try and follow along with us. Okay, start with the bow. Step out in the front stance. Grip the bow. Come back facing 12 o'clock. Step back, block, step forward overhead strike. Twist block, rib smash, uppercut. 3-point. 4-point with the sweep ending with overhead strike. And again, you're facing 130. Here's section 2 of the form in full speed. And now in slow motion. Here's the breakdown of segment 2. Starting with the leg strike in the poke, root smash in the horse stance. Again, punch with the left hand, thrust, stepping forward in front stance. 2 rib smash. Punch your left hand in front stance. Poke, stepping forward, strike the leg, rib smash. Reverse rib smash, make sure you're in a horse stance. Poke, stepping forward, punch right in a horse stance. Again, your chest is probably facing about 2 o'clock at this time. Reverse angles, now we're facing towards 430. Thrust down, switch legs, overhead strike. Again, you're facing 430. Here's a back view. Make sure you end in the front stance. Thrust, switch hands, the block, overhead strike. On the overhead strike, you're facing towards 430. Here's a reverse angle. Be sure to pick up your knees nice and high. Here's your 6-point with a thrust. And again, you're facing towards 430. This is a reverse angle. Draw the weapon back and thrust. Here's an overview. Chin, 2 rib smash. Pull back and thrust forward. Watch your front stance. Make sure your front knee is bent, back leg straight. Reverse uppercut in a cross stance. You're striking to the chin at this point. Keep the weapon very close to your body with a tight grip. Again, this is your reverse angle. You should be facing towards 430 when you perform the form. Step backwards with your right leg. Rib smash. Curl the weapon back. Strike. Your left hand is blocking over top of your head. Again, rib smash. Wrap around, strike, and it's a neutral stance. And strike. spin, and overhead strike with the opposite leg. Spin around the left leg, overhead strike, left leg is forward, right hand is forward. Spin to your left, grip the bow, spot your target, overhead strike. Again, you're still facing towards 430. When you do the single hand spin, keep the bow really close to your body. Your feet should not be too wide apart when you're spinning. Here's a 3-point with a reverse poke. Now you're facing past 1030. The reverse poke is actually in the back stance. 3-point and poke. Again, you face about 1030. Turn and thrust. Here's section number 2 again, in slow motion. Try to follow along with us. Here is section number 3 at full speed. And again in slow motion. And now for the breakdown. Figure 8, double wrist smash, figure 8, rib smash twice, spin rib smash, chin strike, and overhead. Figure 8, grip the bow, punch left, punch right, spin right, rib smash, hit to the chin, overhead strike. Single hand spin, grip, punch left, punch right, spin and rib smash with the right hand, right leg forward, hit to the chin, stepping forward and punching with the right hand. Here's an overview. Make sure your feet are closer together. Hit to the ribs twice. Spin to your right, rib smash. You do not have to be in a stance till the last move. Keep your feet closer together so you can spin. When you do rib smash, again, you do not have to be in a full front stance and end in the cross stance, stepping towards 10 o'clock. Then we switch back into horse stance, give it 2 rib smashes, and a thrust. At this point, you're facing back to 12 o'clock. Your right leg's at 6, and your left leg's at 12. And that is a drop stance. Again, horse stance, drop stance. Facing back at 12 o'clock. Rib smash at 6 o'clock, poke behind you, release the bow and spin, step backwards in a cross stance. Be sure not to let the bow go. Rib smash, poke behind you, spin the bow behind you, and block. And again, you're facing at 12 o'clock when you finish that move. Stepping back with the right leg. Here's a reverse angle. Remember, you're still facing 12 o'clock when you finish the move. Here's a reverse angle. Now the complete section in slow motion. This will help you for geography. And again, you aim back facing 12 o'clock. Now for the fourth and last segment. And again in slow motion. And now for the breakdown. Start with a 3-point strike facing 12 o'clock. Again, rib, chin, and head, ending with a front stance. Don't blend the movements too close together. Make each move clean and strong. Here's your 3-point in a front stance. Make sure that you're facing 12 o'clock. Here's your 6-point with a double punch to the side. Watch again. Rib, rib, double punch, turn back to center with a rib smash, and spin overhead strike. Step left, double punch, rib smash, spin, and overhead strike. Again, your left leg is forward, your right hand is forward. Here's your overview. Step, double punch, spin around. To the chin, top of the head, the ribs, the other side, rib smash, reverse rib smash, step front stance, punch left, punch right, rib smash with the right, spin around, overhead strike. Keep your hips above your feet. Here's the footwork. Stay in front stance. Adjust to a front stance with left leg. Adjust back and spin. End it with a 4-point with a sweep. Here's your 4-point. Here's your sweep. Overhead strike. Facing 12 o'clock. Stepping forward with the right leg. Do a 3-point, 4-point, with a sweep and overhead strike. 3-point, stepping forward with the right leg. 4-point, adjust and sweep, and neutral stance. Here's the footwork. Front stance, adjust, back to neutral stance. Kneel down. The knee. Put the weapon behind your neck, resting on your shoulder. Make sure your right palm is facing up to carry the bow. And now try and follow along with us. Here's the full form in slow motion. Be sure to watch this segment first before trying to do the movements. This will really help you with geography. Here's the form again in slow motion. When you feel comfortable, try to follow along. Here's the form at full speed. This is a chance for you to watch the timing of the sequences. The breakdown of the form is very important. Don't blend your moves together. When you move slow, move slow. When you fast, move fast. When you pause, you pause. Take your time, especially on the bow. Take your time and explode in the movement. Thank you for joining me. I hope that my training tips have been beneficial to you. If you like my power bow, check out the rest of my power weapon series. And remember, train hard, be safe, and have fun.
Hi, I'm Mike Swain. This is Century's new Keme ball. Keme, which is the art of falling, is It's important for all martial arts. We're going to show you how to fall safely and have a lot of fun.
Welcome to the Gold Medal Training Systems video series. Gold Medal Training Systems believe that you can improve yourself through the application of the GMTS method, which is a scientific process designed to help you achieve your personal goals. The GMTS instructors have developed a training method that anyone can use successfully. Whether you're training for the Olympic Games or your next belt, GMTS can help you to achieve your dreams. Each month, you will receive a videotape that is produced exclusively for GMTS. The videotapes feature national and international champions, including Juan Moreno, Herb Perez, Dr. Steve Capeman, Kevin Padilla, and Jason Hahn. They will teach you the fighting techniques, drills, and other training exercises that help to make them champions. Remember, use the GMTS method, practice the drills, and achieve your goals.
Respect. Determination. Self-control. Courtesy. Integrity. Self-discipline. Respect. Determination. Self-control.